does get he just get out of context at times. Sometimes he just get carried away. And this is not the first time. And I telling you personally, I find that he had no respect. He have no respect for the Prime Minister. Right? He have no respect at all, because he going all over the place and just talking. No, what good for one, good for all. Right? It's not that we bashing Gary Griffith. If it was an African child do it, it would have been all over the place. When the little boys and them was by the beach and he put them to lie down and telling them, oh, they will do it again, say it loud. Right? It was all over. It was all over. So we had to be fair. We had to be fair in this game. Right? We all love Gary Griffith, but Gary Griffith does get carried away. And what I didn't like is how he started to react about the Prime Minister. He needs to be disciplined.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, the people who put the laws together and so on, me and you,
That's
definitely
true.
Not me.
That's right.
Before it comes out, this great legal minds come together to put these laws. Gary realized how many months ago,
Go ahead, my dear. I'm hearing you.
Yes, Gary realized how many months ago there was a loophole. He said nothing. But that is done so that this can go on, so that the rich can behave in a particular way and walk away, and poor people, black poor people, children, could lie down with their hands down and their face down on the beach. That is why that loophole is there. It's not to say, well, oops, look, there is a loophole.
So you're saying that it was deliberately left that way?
Listen to me now, man. But I can't understand Mr. Penal, but didn't Kamala say how long time now that we should have had a state of emergency? Now he's saying that there shouldn't be a state of emergency. Those young men that was lying down with their face down on the beach would be scarred and traumatized for the rest of their lives. And not in a good way, but it can't happen in a good way, period. You have trained big, burly policemen with guns stretched out in front of those little boys, and you put them face down on the beach and commanding them like that. That was necessary, but when it comes to people in high-rise apartments that don't allow any and everybody, because not even Dwight York, was it Dwight York or was it the guy who was the runner, who wanted to get apartment up there and he couldn't get it? When it comes to those people, your hands are tied. You can't do anything because there's a loophole and because this ratty ray jump and break away. Give me a break. Thank you.
Tanti boisterous on that one, boy. Tanti brutal. Let's go to some voice notes.
Aisha, good evening. You gotta understand, this law is a law since the Spanish flu. But it's the way it functions from the minister having the thing to charge how much it's going to cost. So in order to go to court, to go into a private residence, that means you have to go to Parliament, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and ask the Parliament in order that we could take away the constitutional rights from the citizens. So that is why they had a word they call moral persuasion, that the citizens will use their common sense, according to Gary Griffith, how he can police stupidity. In England, today you're charged £3,200 if you have more than 6 people allocated. They take away their constitutional rights. We were trying, and the government is trying and are trying to avoid infringing on human rights. That's why they say moral persuasion.
All right, thank you, Barataria. Abdul Malik says, which leads to the big question, if there is no private beach, where is the public road access to it? Isn't it public? Seems to me history is repeating itself, while Manuela says it's not Dwight, it was Atto Bolden.
Aisha, good afternoon. I just tuning in and hearing that Gary Griffith resigned. Well, girl, if that is so, it's long overdue. And I will miss him. So if he resign, good riddance.
Well, it's not confirmed. Our newsroom is trying to confirm it, but that press release is all over social media. So we are trying to stay on top of it. We cannot confirm or deny whether it's true or not. That's a fact. Caller, you live.
Yeah, good afternoon again, Aisha.
Hi, Pina.
Yeah, I did not dwell on the controversy and the disrespect between the Prime Minister and Gary Griffith. That Mr. Rowley Jr. seemed to have that in his craw, and he kind of implied that I was focused. I was focused on giving the Commissioner of Police, in this case Gary, the tools that he needs. My position, because Kamla's position is so and so. Well, in the UNC and in the PIM too, theoretically, you could have a different position from your leader. If Kamla says something and Mr. Pinal says something, and they don't fully agree with each other, that is okay, you know. And they have, and the government does not want to have a state of emergency, which they say will be excessive. And I could agree that the police will get additional powers they don't need. So I am saying, therefore, let's have an intermediate situation, which you can have by consultation. And it is not that Kamla has to fall in line, according to Rowley Jr. There is no falling in line. Big people here, big experienced people. Kamla was even a prime minister. She was attorney general. She was minister of education. She was leader of the opposition and back again. This is a senior person in this country. What falling in line you're talking about? What kind of stupidness is that? Talk to the lady, man to woman. Thank you.
Mr. Sharaj, Gary is the correct man for the job. But when you're speaking about the Prime Minister, he was very disrespectful. But he's still the man for the job. He just need to, take it down a little bit. You understand? That's all. I sure as good afternoon again. Gary Griffith was very disrespectful to the Prime Minister, but Gary Griffith is the man for the job. And also Ian Allen is very disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful to the Prime Minister.
Yeah, sure. Good afternoon again. Yes, while I agree that Mr. Gary Griffith is a harsh person to some point, while I agree what he did in Coronage was a bit unorthodox, right? And all these things. To me, it doesn't matter if was an African or an Indian. I believe that he's a person who across the board, you do wrong, that is it. You understand? But the only thing is, I believe that he's the only person that I saw so far that stood up for the Prime Minister, or for that matter, anybody, right? And he himself, and I like the idea, I will be real with you, he says to himself, hello, my office is mine, and the portfolio I hold, that is the portfolio. I like that stand that he took. Though he might sound a bit ignorant at times, but I like the stands that he took, because I think he would be the first one to stand up against the Prime Minister and whoever, though they might think it as a disrespect. I think he created history along those lines, because I like the idea that he doesn't mix.
He could have talked to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the head of the National Security Council. Why you have to come in? Why you have to come in the open and talk to the man? If there's no law, show the man that there's no law. Take him. That show the man it. And said you are the police commissioner. So why? Okay, he said there's no law that to go on private property. How they go? How under the sun they could go into someone's house? How they could go into someone's house? What are you telling me? I'm so stupid. I went to one school. I look up boys. I'll see. How you could tell me you cannot go into private property? How you could go into someone's property and steal things from her, and you cannot do it down there? Something wrong. Something definitely wrong. I back Gary, I back him when Dr. Rowley said he giving him a job. But come go to it. Come clean. And I did jacket and Harry coat. And I thought, run this country anyway, it's auto run. They and the way the man attacking Dr. Rowley, and he telling Dr. Rowley, if he wants, give him a state of emergency. Kamla Prasad, this is also a state of emergency. So a state of emergency too. So I don't know if he asking for that, for she too. Why you want a state of emergency?
But the question you had to ask is, what role did he play in the last one?
Well, yeah, exactly.
And we took him and we gave him this position, so why are we complaining?
Yeah, because the cockroaches was crushing. And they still want to crush cockroaches. And those in high office, they have a big name, high position, they have money, they have wealth. They can't touch you. I just say plain, they cannot go into no big shot house. There's no dog. Walk into the house, trampling on the bed, tumbling over everything in the house. They cannot do it. And that is unfair. It is a law for everybody. It must pass on. So everybody, that's why God is the final judge. The equalizer is death. Regardless of what you have as they come in, then you must die. And that's the equalizer for all man on earth. Don't feel because you have money and have big property, you use God. You're not God. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much. I'm going back to some voice notes. They are piling up.
Aisha, as the days go by, Gary looking more and more stupid. But resigning, I don't believe he will do that. He like too much publicity. He like Trump. He like too much publicity and like the gallery and show off. So the motormouth cockroach resigning, I don't think so. I doubt that.
All right. We're switching gears in the next hour, guys. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Caller, you live.
Yes, Miss Aisha.
Hi.
No, yesterday I tell you that Mr. Griffith went in Valsing. They didn't have no pool party. They had a party. The two of them, he was on the ball, that camera and everything. Something, the same incident in Cascade also. He was on the ball, the Steelers, and then they said that Parana the same bathers. And yesterday I called and said that one was charged, said that he received home. And why Mr. Gary Griffith go to that one in Bayshore instead of sending the police and coming right now talking about this technical and complicated matter. Please, when you watch through the lines and see personally what he was doing. Thank you very much, Aisha.
Wells, good day. So you've seen everybody now jumping on Mr. Gary Griffith's chest. This is the same man for the last 400 and something days was talking out of time and infringing some people's constitutional rights. And everybody was clapping him and body hooray. But as he back at the dog who them like, they have a problem with him. You see how life funny? This man was getting on talking all kind of out of time and talk all the time. And look at it now. He turned out them master. You know the vex? That whole life is.
Caller, you live.
You.
Hey, what's going on?
That day. To be Toronto. But after speaking to someone earlier, they said they call Gary, they tell Gary take it down, do he work? So the kids on that ain't gonna work. And I don't even being informed properly. I could be wrong too as well. So I think he may have to resign today. And if all the other one yet. Or if not, it should make the boss before the week done. But me, I'm not a study. I want to thank my business partner, my friend from South. I'll probably tomorrow I'll call and give the company name. 4x5 laptop. You want the laptop so people really kind of different, you know. 4x5 line laptop. And plus we had believe in my custom partner and extern. So that is telling all those part. So when I call them, I say, don't get them done, and don't get them this. And other people ain't feeling so. And that God in some of them out. And help them. the needy, and those who are not privileged, like someone in parliament, opposition, and those in administration presently, who try not to help the poor. There are people in senior students. There are people saying, children are learn, so just start, they'll have to support, and the calls keep coming in from different stakeholders and business people. So carry around, all the chances were going to be from children now, right? All the going to guilt. I mean, Rowley was right at one time, and what he said, and certain clause in that law need to be shaken. Because the clause of them in that law on them, you could run in Berkeley Place, you could run in by Tyson Chemist, you could run in by what's the next one, Bombay. Yeah, you could run in anyway. Business out of business. Land is yours in land.
40 seconds before that break.
Only a per child. Per child. I must have more like it. Every day, Kabbalah, we carry. All of the business fixed. The children need to learn. I don't want to end up like bacteria and done signals on the earth.
We're going to go for that break.